What's good, y'all? Let's Make Sense of It podcast. We are back for another week. And like we always say,
the truth you don't want, but you definitely need it.
You definitely need it. I go by the Bull Vance.
I'm Ash.
Ingles.
And we are back again. Like always, follow us on Instagram. Let's Make Sense of It _ follow us. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe on all your listening platforms, Apple, Spotify, etc. And make sure to follow us on TikTok as well, because we post clips everywhere. So make sure you follow us. Before we get started, I got shit pissing me off this week. I got shit pissing me off this week. And I might piss some people off with this one, or with a couple of these. I got 3.
Oh,
all right.
So you were supposed to be doing one.
I was supposed to be doing one, but I got 3.
Okay.
They're not too crazy. The first one, because we just had a snowstorm, people who don't clean their cars off, right? Like, why do you just clear off the part where you can see out the window and not the rest of your car? That shit pisses me off more than everything. I don't know why. You one of those? You must be one of those that don't clean.
I'm not one of them. I'm not cleaning shit, so I'm not doing anything.
It's small. It's something small, but it's annoying. Like, I was behind a car like that this morning, and the dude he couldn't see.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, when it snowed last time and I had the car, I didn't have like the brush thing to do the back windows. So I just did it with my sleeve to call it a day.
All right.
I mean, the front was fine because the windshield wipers helped that.
All right. That's something small. 2, people might hate me for this. So Valentine's Day just passed, right? So we're in a restaurant. People who sit on the same side as their partner. I don't know why that's just weird to me. That's I don't know. It could just be me.
Business.
Mama business.
Maybe they want to sit close. Maybe he finger her under the table. You don't know what the fuck.
Hey yo. Hey yo. Now every time I go out,
some people like to sit close.
Every time I go out now, I'm like, whoa, all right. Well,
I'm not understand. Some people don't like to sit across from each other. Some people want to be like, they want to do this instead of being across. And some people want to be across.
But if it's a small table, chair on one side, the long booth on the other side. You know how they stagger the tables. Why are you on the same side?
You saying like how the Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, kind of like how the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh no, that makes 0 sense.
It's a little awkward to me. I don't know. Just could be me.
That's not terrible. I like if it's a small table.
I think more so the small table annoys me more than like if it's you in a booth or something. That's one thing. But if it's just a small table with a chair on one side and a long, like you said, like the Cheesecake Factory setup, like that, I feel like that's a little too much.
Oh yeah, because both of y'all can't use the table, so now y'all like scrunching for space, and yeah.
Last one. Mm-hmm. Parents might not agree with me on this one.
Not parents. Who?
The 6-month-old party. I feel like it's a little excessive.
Bitch, please.
I feel like it's a little excessive.
I had one for my baby.
I understand. I get it, but I don't get it. I did the photo shoot for my daughter. I did
the photo shoot is over is too much too.
Nah, photo shoot is different. A whole party?
Yeah, well,
that I gotta bring gifts to?
It was in the house.
So you expect me to bring a gift for twice in that year? I
didn't expect gifts from anybody. In all honesty, I don't even think she really got gifts for that. I just wanted people to come and enjoy that milestone of her being, 6 months and me making it through 6 months of parenting.
I guess.
Yo, our generation be coming up with the craziest stuff. 6 months?
That's what I'm saying. Why 6 months though?
After 6 months is all right. Now you halfway to 1. Like I feel like that's a good milestone to celebrate. Especially if this is my first child, my first time being a parent. Like I'm celebrating all the milestones. Like I started off doing like the monthly pictures. I think I stopped when she was like 4 months.
I don't mind that though. That's cool. I kept
forgetting to post it. But I'm just saying, when she turned 6 months, it was big to me. So I wanted to celebrate.
That baby don't even know that she don't care about that. I think milestones 1 year, 2 year, 5, 10, 13, 16, 18, 21, and so on.
Every fucking year is a fucking milestone.
Year, not 6 months.
We celebrated 6 months. So why you give your baby?
Who started the 6 month?
Why did you give your baby a 6 month photo shoot? What was so important about that photo shoot at 6 months?
My mom did.
But why did she need a photo shoot at 6 months?
Photo shoot is different than a whole party. A party is crazy.
So why didn't she have a photo shoot at 3 months? If a photo shoot is not that serious, if it's not as big as a party at 6 months, why did she have a photo shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months until it got to that 6 months?
Listen, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I disagree with 6 months. I feel like 6 months is a little excessive. Who started the 6 months?
I feel like booking a hall or an event space is excessive. I feel like
that's what I'm saying.
Having a small gathering at your house.
That's not what I said.
I feel like
I said a whole party. People have
not a whole party with characters and shit like that.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. I think that's a little just a little extreme. Just me personally, it's just a little extreme.
I can see. Yeah, I can see it.
Why are you having a half birthday?
Because then you're gonna turn around in 6 months and do that all over again. And that makes zero sense. I mean, shit. My baby party was at the little play joint. That was easy. We just rented out the whole joint. That was good. $500.
Simple.
First birthday.
I just think 6 months is a little excessive.
Whatever. If it's at a hall, I agree with you. But at somebody's house, I don't agree with you.
Should I add one more? Should I add one more? Because I think Ant might agree with this one. And they going to call it Sassy Ant Galentine's, right? So, who came up with Galentine's? And what is Galentine's?
A female definitely came up with Galentine's Day. And it's just to celebrate Valentine's Day with your girlfriends. Like I originally believe when it came about, it was for single women. It wasn't for women that were in relationships. It was literally for single women to celebrate Valentine's Days with their friends, with their close-knit circle, with their support system and everything like that, and have a good time. It went left, over the years, and now people think that it's
whose fault was it? It was our fault.
And no, I don't know who.
It was men's fault.
It's either. And I don't think it was men's fault. I think it got to a certain group of women, and it turned into this whole thing. Now men only think that women have these Valentine's Day party to touch on each other.
That's crazy.
I seen several posts about that this year specifically, and I was like, I didn't see that shit last year, but this year specifically, I've seen a lot of men come online and say, y'all had these Valentine's Day parties because y'all undercover lesbians, y'all get drunk, and y'all want to touch on each other, and da-da-da. And I was just like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? And I'm just like,
what was you about to say? Go ahead.
So I looked it up earlier, right? I don't know if I use Chat GPT or Apple AI, but I looked up like, what is Galentine's for single women, or women who are like who's it for exactly?
Right.
And they both basically said that it's for all women, regardless of relationship status, is to, I guess, somewhat celebrate the holiday also, but just women getting together and just having fun, or just almost equivalent to like a Friendsgiving, just everybody getting together and just showing love to each other. At first, I was under the impression that the holiday was just women just single women and just getting together and so forth and so on. And I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen one that has men. Like I have maybe gay men.
They tried it. Men did try it, but they called it something else this year.
Let's just go ahead and sit this one out.
Y'all don't need that. Y'all don't need it. It's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I personally hate it. So I personally hate it. I think it should be for single women. But if it's for women empowerment and it's just for women getting together and so forth, and cool. But to me, it's like, if your man not doing something for you, ball out. Go ahead and enjoy the festivities. Y'all want to twerk and drink and dance and do whatever, cool. I just feel like that's single woman activity in some capacity.
That's why I said originally it started off as a single woman's thing, because it's like I'm not going away for the weekend for Valentine's Day. Like, nobody's buying me a gift, nobody's taking me out to dinner. So a group of women got together and started doing that, doing that celebration. So now and then it started branching into, now it's not just single women, it's all your girlfriends, it's all your people in your circle. And now they throw them bigger. Now people like decorate more for them. I seen one. This lady went all out. Her house is big enough, but she did her house really up for her and her girlfriends. And it's just like, if I don't believe it's a bad thing. Like, I don't like that there are men bashing it and saying it's like, it's when they especially when they went into that whole like lesbian, like they just in there touching on each other. Now if there is a group and they party, they doing that, that's none of your business what they doing at their party, unless that's your girlfriend over there and you find out some shit. Now that's your prerogative, that's your privacy, but to branch every party or every group of girls into that doesn't make sense.
A little crazy. I just be starting y'all. I just get y'all riled up just a little bit, just a little bit.
Can we add some decorum to it though? Like when I see on social media, maybe it's just based on the people that I follow.
It's probably the people you follow.
But like, I don't usually, social media is supposed to show things of similarity, but I never seen where it's like it looked like brunch, or it's like everybody's dressing up, or it looks like a nice.
I've seen something that's been Respectable.
Then
again, it's not about us. It's about them.
Really not,
so it don't even really matter.
The only reason y'all see it is because people post about it. But other than that, you would never know what the fuck is going on at that party.
Respect it though. I mean, they said for St. Patrick's Day they're gonna turn to St. Baddies Day. All right, let's get into to this week's topic. Not every battle is yours. Is this week's topic? Not every battle is yours, and I want to start this way. Family versus family battle. Let's start there. Let's start there. So basically, family members going at it. Yeah, and then you're the person in the middle. How do you handle that as the person in the middle?
Depends on who the family members are.
Does it depend what it is?
Yeah,
that they have a beef about. It depends on
who the family members are, and then what the argument is about. Because now it all depends. Because why am I in the middle of it?
Because you might be a mutual party, and then these two parties might not talk. Kind of like friends too, same thing. But you might be the. I got a friend versus friend next, but you might be a mutual. See, by I think by it all y'all all being like blood related, it might make it a little weirder, or a little harder, I should say.
I think it's easier if it's like a family dispute. It's easier to get different parties to help chime in too. I think
that's true.
It's not difficult. Like being in the middle, it's more so. Everybody can be mediator because it's family. Not everybody random can not just jump in. But I think for me, and when I've been in those situations, it was more like a let's separate your emotions from what actually happened, so we can separate. Oh, you just fell away. Like it could be a principle, and your emotions are tied to it, or like is this just like is no right or wrong? You just felt the way that somebody did X, Y, Z, or it was in your benefit or it wasn't in your benefit. Right. Then it's kind of like, okay, well, let's assess and then move on. But most times it got to be to the point where it's like the family member did something that was the result of us not talking because it was the principle behind it.
Right. It usually is the principle because I thought about this specific topic because I got a bunch of things on here, but I specifically thought about it because you sometimes you see a bunch of things that say people always say family is not how it used to be, and I think that's the case because a lot of bigger figures I don't think we don't give enough appreciation to the bigger figures that's no longer here and how they really held the family together. True. Like the older grandparents, the older uncles, the older aunts, like just the older people in general. Like it could have been a lot going on back in the day, but when it came to family, you rarely, I mean, obviously you had messy stuff obviously back then, but like they kept everything together. They made sure that no matter what was going on, even if y'all was not talking, you're going to be at this particular event. We're going to be a family here, and then that's going to be that. Or they're going to try to solve it, fix the problem, and tell you about yourself.
Well, I mean, and I also think there's a downside to that as well. When we look at, the matriarchs of a lot of families, and we'll say, well, like, people will say, like, oh, well, my grandma kept us together, and, or Big Mama did this, or our grandpa and grandparents was this, and they was the glue, and then if they not here, we can't do this and the third. A lot of times, families have secrets, a lot of disputes that went unsolved and they got swept underneath the rug because a lot of things was, well, that's your blood, that's your family, and you're going to come to this event, you're going to sit here at this moment or at this table, and y'all going to act like y'all love each other. And it was never a solid, well, let's figure out what the real issue is. A lot of the times it was just like, you need to go about your business because that's your family. And like, when they say like blood thicker than water, so a lot of issues go unsolved, a lot of things go unsaid. So I think those the heavy hitters in our family are definitely needed because a lot of them were, the glue that kept your family together. But that shouldn't have been a thing either. Because even though they were there to keep everything together, if y'all were really solid like that, there's no reason why when that person is no longer here that y'all can't continue that.
That's true, but on the same, because when people die, it tends to be a lot of fall off, a lot of fall out over that person dying, because that's when you really see
That's what you. But that's
who
what
a person is.
That's where your drama. That's where your drama and them secrets that got swept away. They come to full. They come to full because you had a grandmom that had multiple kids, but coddled this child, and this one got a addiction now, or this one is bad with money they stealing, this one is a drug addict, this one is doing that, and it was just like all those things were kept together because this one person was here, and now they're no longer here, and it's just like this person doesn't know how to deal with it without them. So now everybody else is the problem. I'm not the problem, and now somebody else needs to fix my problem because the person that fixes is no longer here.
Issue pretty much wasn't never fixed. It was like you say, it was just swept under the rug. Yeah, and that's what a lot of things. That's why like sometimes there's a lot of, maybe not the bigger figures, but it was people that was holding on to stuff that really affected how people is like
people deal with trauma when they deal with, especially a lot of black families. There's a heavy thing with essaying kids and shit like that, and then keeping that hidden for years, and now we all talking about a funny uncle, or you can't be around this cousin alone, and you can't do this, and it's just like, those things we all knew, but we just not gonna talk about them. So your uncle gonna keep coming to family reunions and birthday parties and weddings and thinking that it's all fine and dandy, knowing that he's a pedophile.
This is true.
Weird.
This is very true. Friend versus friend. Being the friend in the middle. Being in the middle of that battle. How do you handle when you have a friend group? We might have briefly touched on this a little bit, but you had, and I think we kind of did. I think we did, but we briefly touched on it, but
it was like branched off or something else.
Right, like you have a friend group, mutual friends. You're in the middle. You're the person that hears both sides of the story, and they both are making sense. How do you? Because it's easy when you think, all right, this person sounds like they're in the wrong, or this person sounds like they're in the wrong. But if they both, you feel like they both made valid points. How would you handle that?
It's hard. You can't really do too much with it, because when you in the middle of it, it's just like one person is telling you one thing, one person is telling you their side, and the other person is telling you their side. But there's always three sides to the truth. Somebody is omitting facts from this or not giving you the full context of what their problem is. And now you just in the middle, because even if it all makes sense to you, like both of them are either in the wrong or both of them have solid points of why they're upset, somebody is not telling you the full truth, and you'll never hear it.
Right.
Even if the other person tries to explain it to you and say, well, this is actually what happened in X, Y, and Z, it's not coming out of that person's mouth who did it. So how the fuck am I supposed to differentiate? And it's just like you now have a split friend group, because I'm friends with you and I'm friends with you. Like neither one of y'all had done anything to me dirty.
Right.
So now I have to feel awkward if y'all not talking to each other and I get invited somewhere you don't.
Yeah.
We going out together, you're not there, or I'm going out with you and they're not there and they're not invited.
Now they think you're playing favorites.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm not playing favorites, but what the fuck else you want me to do? Like if they did something, and it also depends on the issue too, because if it was something like very serious, something that was like life threatening, something that was just like unforgivable, those type of things, then it's just like you might pick a side then.
Right.
It's still gonna be hard either way.
What if you think that it's just a petty beef and they should fix it, but they don't see it that way? They think it's bigger than just a petty beef.
Yeah, everybody's fucking grown. I'm not. You can be a mediator and you can talk until you turn a different fucking color. But if either both of them or one person doesn't see the fault in what they've done, or they don't see that they did anything wrong, or they don't see that, or they don't believe that person's issue is as big as they should be making it, there's nothing for me to say. Because like I said, in that moment, whatever their beef is, somebody is not telling you the whole truth.
Right.
So I'm mediating only off of what y'all give me. But then if you come out and tell me something different that this person never told me, then now I look stupid.
Yeah. So I'm on. I have been on both sides of the coin, where I was a mediator and then actually being in a situation. Being in this situation, I think the issue I might have had with said person might have been based off a misunderstanding, but you have some people who you got to kind of know your people, and I learned that being in that situation, you got to know your people, how they going to react to certain things, even if something that was done might have been innocent on your side, or how they see it is like, oh no, you disrespected me, or you did this and this, da da da. Me personally, I'm like, I'm your friend. I should have been given the benefit of the doubt, regardless of what happened, what was said. A conversation should have been had prior to, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just go this route and just say, forget the friendship that we had. Cool. That's how you want to carry it. I gotta accept that's the case. Everybody on the outside trying to mediate is like, well, it looks like this is this person, and they just so stuck in their ways that they don't even want to fix it, regardless of the facts of the situation. Right. Which is kind of like, okay, you gotta chalk it up. On the other side of the coin of me being a mediator, now learning what it was like being actually in a situation, is like, yeah, no matter what somebody says or do, is you got facts, and then you got how somebody feel. Regardless of the facts, people are going to feel how they feel about whatever situation. There's nothing you can do about it. Regardless of how many people try to mediate, put their 2 cents in to get the people to like come to the middle. At the end of the day, it's if one person is just off of it, no matter how much the other person wants it to work or had a conversation, it don't even matter.
Yeah.
That's just the sucky part about friendship, because like I said, to me, I
feel like any friendship, you're gonna always find yourself in one of them situations. Especially if you got a friend group that's like, not, I'm gonna say big, but like a good amount of people, you always gonna find yourself in one of them situations, because it's just like, especially if you're not the one to usually have problems with anybody, or you solve your problems with that individual person without the group. Then you always gonna find yourself between two arguments.
Right.
So, that shit sucks.
It does. It really does. Because I want us all to party. Now I got a party.
That shit worse than a breakup. That shit way worse than a breakup.
You feel some type of way every time.
You're the friend, and your friends, or you're the friend, and you have a friend and her dude, they're going through it. How do you? And she's telling you this. How do you deal with that situation?
My motherfucking business.
And that comes across the category of you can't always save your friends. That's just one of the examples right there.
You can't always save your friends.
Well, you said that your friend and so basically of somebody that's having issues with their significant other.
Yes.
Oh,
because sometimes women like to help their girlfriend out.
But you can't. If you tell me that your man cheated, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm going to listen to you to understand and not just come back with a rebuttal.
Right.
But if you're not leaving him, there's nothing I can say to you.
Don't tell me that. Yeah.
It's nothing I can say to you. If he's beating on you,
leave.
Again, I'm going to tell you, leave that nigga, file a police report. If you got kids, get your babies, get the fuck out of there before you start hitting your kids, or before he kill you in front of your kids, or kill you and the kids and himself. If you feel like he with another woman, and even if you feel like he with another woman and you have an inkling of proof, leave. Because
some women will give you the whole story and stay.
Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I watch too many crime documentaries. Please leave these motherfuckers, because you got the family annihilators that'll kill their whole entire family with no fucking remorse, all because they broke or they got a piece of pussy all of a sudden, so they're killing everybody. Or you got the ones that'll kill everybody and themselves because you was trying to leave, or because they felt like you were leaving, or they felt some type of way. Like, it's all about being in relationships and paying attention to the red flags when they first pop up, and not the second time. The second time is your too late on it. And the first time is your get out of jail free card, go to fuck head.
I learned at an early age, stay out of grown folk business. If I'm grown, you grown, cool. I'm staying out your business, because the help depend on the help, because the help could be like just a listening ear, which is like, all right, I can listen, I can try to give advice, and then just move on from there. The extra help could be you need to get out of a situation, you need somewhere to come stay, cool, whatever the case may be. And then the help of like, let me get involved in your business. Yeah. Is if you're gonna go back to said person, I'm not gonna watch somebody beat you in front of me, but if you allowing it by happening behind closed doors, And it's like you're not even helping yourself, but you don't want nobody else getting involved. It's like, bro, it's who we. If you can't help yourself, why am I helping you?
The battle of your parent versus your spouse.
I don't have them issues. Thank God.
Parent versus your spouse, meaning no matter what parent, whether it's the dad don't like the girl, whether it's the mom don't like the guy, and you're the other person, whoever you are, whether you're the woman or the man, and how do you deal with that with a clear head without, like, I don't want to say offending the parent, because sometimes the parent, you just got to step out the way.
Yeah.
I think sometimes parents just have to step. We love you to death. We do. But sometimes I think parents just have to step out the way, because sometimes parents can be, while they can be the person that will be your biggest supporter, they can always, they could sometimes lead to your biggest downfall when it comes to relationships. Unfortunately.
That is true.
Unfortunately. And sometimes it might not be intentional, because they say they always felt like they knew it was right. Now it's hard when mom was right 10 out of 10 times and she like, are you sure?
Mom better start minding her business.
Are you sure?
Because like, it's also much that you're gonna be able to. I mean, it depends on how your partner handles it. In all honesty, because if your partner, like, especially if you did nothing wrong to their mom or their dad, and they're giving you all this unprovoked negative energy, if your partner says like, "Oh, that's just how they are," like, don't worry about it, like, let it slide. Yeah, no, I got beef with you now, because fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Not you.
Fuck out of here. Because your mom disrespected me one more time, I'm calling my mom.
It's true.
I might be an adult, but I'm calling my motherfucking mother. Because your mother want to act out of pocket, so now I'm calling mine. Your grandma wanted. Now I'm calling my grandma.
Now you got a family.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I got to match up for whoever you got.
Now it's a family war.
At the end of the day, it's just like your partner has to have your back, and if they don't have your back, or they just chalk it up to, oh, well, that's just how this person is, or they always been this way, or they never liked my girlfriends. Why the fuck did you bring me here? Why did you set me up in this position to be uncomfortable or to be humiliated or embarrassed?
All right. We got to start being selective who we introduce our family to. Everybody don't need to meet
Everybody don't need to meet your mama.
No, please don't you think he the one after 2 months and you just take him to mom. What's an acceptable amount of time to introduce your parents to a person you think is serious?
I don't know.
I give it like a year or so, year or more.
You think a year?
Yeah, I feel like anything under a year is a little crazy. Like, I mean, like, because it's. I don't want to say I'm not a traditional person. I'm based off of vibes and energy.
Right.
I believe in keeping things separate just to so you can assess a situation. But a year of dating is good. Like, I feel like the craziest thing that when I was dating somebody and they had a kid, I know I was like kind of like I don't want to meet your kid yet.
That's a little crazy. And
they were like, it was like not even a year in. Like I mean, if I met said kid, then cool. But like, I don't want to be in a kid's life, and like, I don't know how far this is gonna go.
Thank you.
I can respect that.
So, but I think she wanted me to meet her kid first, and then the family. I'm like,
that's a little crazy. A little crazy.
I mean, why?
Well, no, not really. If the kid is constantly with me, you ain't gonna always see my mama.
I get that, but. And you know what's crazy? I could see why certain women would snap when the dude does her wrong after I just introduced you to my kid, I introduced you to my family. I think it's more so they snap more when they introduce you to your kid, because then the kid gets that attachment, and it's like once you're gone, you're just like, oh, what happened to such and such?
That's true.
So now they probably feel worse, especially if you're treating the kid good. That's even worse.
Especially if you're not eating a bowl of food stamps.
All right, I don't want no attachment to no kids. It's not mine. I ain't gonna lie.
He said no stepdaddy here.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not. If the dad is active, I don't even want the title. Like, I don't care for it, because the kid has a dad. Why am I like? Why would I don't mind having involvement in said kid's life.
Okay,
but to like. Once we get to like marriage and stuff like that, then that's part of my responsibility.
All right, I got you.
Before we get there, let y'all do y'all parental how y'all do y'all parental. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's not an honor until I actually take your hand in marriage.
Now, would you meet the dad pre-marriage?
If it was necessary,
because I feel like all dads need to meet who.
I feel like either
the person,
way, whether you
it's your two.
If you a woman dating a man that has kids, I feel like you should definitely meet the mom.
Should meet
if
who
the kids is gonna be around you.
I think so too.
And if you a dad that meets a woman that has kids, I feel like you should. I ain't saying y'all gotta be cool. Y'all gotta go with the lunch. It's just
it should be like I need to know who's around my kid. Yeah.
I'm gonna be around.
No, I think we should all go out on a little date.
No,
that's a little extreme.
I'm not.
A little extreme.
I don't think that's extreme. We all get together. Whoever said kids.
Why we gotta go?
It depends because that's
you want to FaceTime.
We could do this on the step on the porch. We could do it outside in front of the house.
You don't have to go on a date. Because what if they had a bad breakup and they might hate each other, but they might.
I mean, I need to meet you in a space where it makes the most sense. Then, but if y'all got a good parental style of parenting, and
what if they don't?
If they don't, I don't need to meet you then.
That conversation is.
Oh wait, so you say if they don't have a good parental style, you wouldn't?
I don't need to meet the person.
You don't think so?
I don't need to meet them until we both are showing up for the kid at the same time, and they're like, "Yo, what's up?"
That's interesting.
I'm so and so. All right, what's up, bro? How you? Cool. Boom. That's it. If y'all don't have the best communication with co-parenting, then I will never insert myself.
What if you're the person that has to, in the spirit of the moment, pick up the kid from the other said parent?
How long y'all been dating?
We would have to. I feel like we wouldn't be at. That's still awkward.
If you at that point, I feel like you already met them.
Yeah,
true.
I feel like
I'm not about to send you somewhere blindly to go pick up my fucking kid.
Come out snapping.
Like, who the fuck is this?
I would never allow my kid to go with somebody that I never met. As a stranger.
I got you.
Never met.
But I feel like it comes into a problem too when people get into relationships with somebody else when they have kids, and you start giving that person ruling over your child without the other parent say so. Now, if the mom is a deadbeat, the dad a deadbeat, they don't really do shit for the kid. They don't talk to the kid. They see them like once in a blue fucking moon when they feel like it. Fuck you. But if that other parent is active in their kid's life,
right,
and y'all just the only thing about it is that y'all not together and they're not in the household every day, there's no reason why when you start dating a new man that man automatically has all this fucking control over your child. That makes zero sense. And you don't know this man that well enough from a can of paint that he got all his fucking ducks in a row. But he comes in and all of a sudden, oh yeah, you know, basically you their new daddy. Bitch, what? The other parent is still around. Right. They're still around, still doing everything they're supposed to do for their child. They're just not in the household with you. So it's always gonna be different. And that goes the same thing for a nigga. Just because you and your baby mom not together and she not or the child is constantly with her and not with you, that doesn't mean when they come over your house, your girlfriend or your new jump off of the week is they new mama. No.
That's true. That is true. All right. Your last one on this list. Yourself. The battle of yourself not being able to do for somebody else. Meaning somebody asks you for something and you know you're always the person that's able to do it. And then at that very moment, you're not able to do it. And now sometimes people beat themselves up for not being able to help somebody out. So you not being able to help out. Sometimes people have that battle internally with themselves for whatever reason. It could just be them having a big heart. It could just be they felt like I've always been in the position to help somebody. And at this particular time, I can't help them. Could just be that's just your conscience. Like it just could be like, yeah.
I feel like it's definitely your conscience because, bitch, I can't give you something I ain't the fuck got.
And I think sometimes people get, sometimes people.
That goes in the money, that goes in the time, that goes in the energy. If I don't have it, I can't give it to you. And yeah. And it's not to sound mean. It's not to sound, it's not to push anybody off or whatever the case may be. But it's just like, if I don't have it to give to you, I can't give it to you. That goes for anybody. That goes for a spouse. That goes for my child. That goes for my friends. That goes for my family. If I don't have it, I can't give it to you. My child asks for bananas 5 times a week. If I don't have fucking bananas, I can't give her bananas. So she gets to know.
Yeah, I put up that post a couple days ago about I'm glad. What did it say? It said something about
How you gonna talk about pussy?
That joke was so funny. It was like, yo, I be scared to check up on people because I'm scared they might ask me for $50.
Hey, yo.
Like I don't have it. And even if it's like I got it, I may not have it to give. Like I just can't. I can't do it right now. Yeah. I don't think anybody should feel bad about that. I feel like you a sucker if you constantly ask for stuff from people, and then when they need you, you just never want to help.
Right.
That's different.
I had a friend try to like address me about that. I was like, bro. Like the few times I ever came and asked for a couple dollars, it was it was the rarest thing ever because I always got it. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, I know I make more than most of my peers or people I'm friends with. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, you know I wouldn't ask you if I didn't need it. Like that, like me asking you, I'm literally on my last like
I need
$5.
Like, yes.
Like I need it. And then they try to kick it like, man, I just feel like you just didn't want to be there for me whenever you asked me for something I got.
Oh my God.
Bro, I'm like,
what was it that you was going through that was so steadfast that I told you no this one time you feel like I ain't support you ever in your fucking life?
Right. Was it that deep?
Was it really that serious? Who was dying? Who was dying? Please tell me. Was you about to get evicted or something? Please tell me.
Yeah, like, man, I didn't need a speech. I just asked you for something. Now I'm getting a speech back. I didn't ask for a speech.
I learned to just stop giving a speech. Just like,
better than me. I'm asking 10 people. I'm asking 10 people for $10. Nobody want $10 back. That's $100 right there.
That's a fact. Hey, yo. That's the cheat code.
Yeah, see?
That's the cheat code.
We said
that's what we said. That's what women do. Remember we said? Yeah, remember we said that?
Yeah, we definitely did talk about that. That's
crazy.
What?
Got hair and nails paid for. And yo, they got hair and nails paid for. That's crazy. And they got a little dinner. And they ain't even spend their vacation money. Nope. Crazy work.
Well, I mean, some niggas will stop tricking and it'll be all right.
That ain't never gonna happen. Niggas gonna trip. Then niggas got it. They gonna spend it. It's always gonna be somebody spending.
It's always gonna be multiple females with their hair and nails done because the nigga was tricking. So
the day niggas start tripping, a lot of y'all stop tricking. A lot of y'all in trouble.
Talk to y'all mutuals.
a lot of y'all in trouble. God damn.
Mutuals.
Off of this topic, it says, I've been a single mom since my kids were 8 months old and their father passed away. My married friend constantly asks to borrow money, and honestly, it offends me. I'm not loaning money to anybody with a man. Am I wrong?
I always be on the fence about that because it's just like, as soon as somebody say like, oh, you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be asking anybody for anything. It's just like, okay, let's say if it's not monetary. Mm-hmm. I'm in a relationship, so I can't ask you for advice or I can't ask you for your time for a moment. Like, is it only pinpointed at monetary? Like, I can't ask you for anything. If she's constantly asking her and you're friends, ask her why she needs it and why she's not asking her husband. Like, what's going on over there? Because maybe she didn't tell you the whole truth about whatever she's going through, and maybe something else is going on at home, and that's why she's asking you for it. And it's not the pinpoint and say like, oh, well, I'm a single mom and I need my money for X, Y, and Z, and I gotta constantly do this. Mm-hmm. I do know kids are expensive. I do know kids constantly need things, but also just. I feel like I gotta word this rightly because I'm gonna piss somebody off when I say it. Being a single parent is not an identity. If you are a single parent, okay, and you don't have it to give to anybody because your money goes into your household, like you not living paycheck to paycheck, but things are thin, times are, you want to make sure that your kids have everything, you have money on the back end, you saving, you want to do this and the third. If your friend is constantly coming to you, that means some way, some shape, form, you made it available to her to know that she can come to you for that. So you stating off the first bat, I'm a single parent with these many kids, or I've been a single parent since my kids was this age. Whenever you loaned your friend money or helped her out, the conversations that y'all had, she felt comfortable enough that she could come to you constantly to do that. And all you had to do was set some boundaries to say, hey, yeah, I can't keep doing this. Like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on at home? If y'all are actual friends and you talking to her about whatever she's going through and she's able to talk to you about it, I don't feel like y'all would have a falling out. But if y'all do have a falling out, then that just means that your friendship wasn't solid to begin with.
True. She said constantly, so I don't know if it's just the constantly thing that's pissing her off.
And it could be, but that's still a conversation to have with your friend. Because as soon as you hold stuff like that in and you don't say anything, it just blows up. It blows up at a different moment in time. And then because you didn't have that conversation with your friend, you don't know what they might have been going through. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden you done blew up at your friend because she asked you for $20 this week and she asked you for $20 last week. But this week she asked you for it and you blew up and told her, fuck no, you tired of her asking for shit and da. You didn't know that her husband hasn't been to work for a whole fucking year, and she's doing everything on her own.
I didn't think
about
that.
The money that she's making is only covering their household to keep them above water, but certain times she might need a little extra, and she's asking you because you opened that door for her to be comfortable enough to ask you. Because if you didn't, she would have only asked you that one handful of times or that one time, and she's going to somebody else. Right. Or what if she doesn't have that? It's too many scenarios that can go into that to just say like, oh, you got a fucked up friend or your friend is needy and you a bitch. It's just, it's literally a conversation she has to have with her friend. That's it. That's all it goes down to. What's going on with your friend that she needs money from you constantly?
That's true. I think just in general, before we just start, this not even just monetary. Before we start not even just dumping problems on somebody, let's ask that person what mental space they're in right now before we just start asking them for shit. Like, are you cool? Can you deal with something that I'm about to tell you? Like, we just need to ask people that. Sometimes we just like, I got to tell you something. I know I can talk to you. Mm-hmm. Like, ask me am I cool first.
I definitely started, especially when my best friend started, like, when I needed to vent to her about something because I thought I was crazy. And
probably was. No,
I was not crazy. I was in my right. Not because she's my best friend, she agreed with me, but it made sense when I talked it out to somebody else. Right. But before I called her to vent to her, I texted her and I said, hey, I just need to vent really fast. I need to like basically hear this conversation out loud instead of in my head. Mm-hmm. And like, are you up to it? Like, are you good? Like, are you okay? And everything like that. And then I had thought about it. I don't think I had talked to her in like about a week or so, whatever kiss me, and I didn't check up on my god kid. So I felt bad in that moment that I texted her and said like, hey, I need to vent. Even though I asked her was she okay with it, but I didn't initially check really on her. Right. And then when she called me, she was like, girl, I don't give a fuck. But what you talking about? What you talking about?
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go through some of these quotes. A poor man knows he's poor, but a poor woman thinks she's just with the wrong guy. Do you agree? Do you agree with that?
I mean, I feel like no, that's not. That's not.
You don't think that's true?
I feel like there are women that think that way. Yes. I also feel like you can't. You want to get in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship with somebody that wants to elevate. If y'all kind of like at the same like level. Mm-hmm. And nobody's kind of moving, that doesn't work. Like, he's always going to be upset that he's not making enough money. You're going to always be upset that both of y'all are not making enough money.
Right. So do you think some women, I feel like I'm answering my question as I'm asking it. Do you think some women get more frustrated when they're dealing with a guy that might not be able to take care? They're taking care of some stuff, but they're not taking care of what they should more. They're not taking care of more things that the woman specifically thinks they should be taken care of as a man.
I just was talking about this earlier. So I feel like it is in today's day and age, too many things are online.
That is true.
And it brings up that conversation of, oh, well, my man does this, or like a woman is telling her story of like, or posting about her husband that, wakes up every night with their newborn and, or her push gift was a new Rolls Royce or a really nice fucking Range Rover or a new bag or a trip or whatever the case may be. Like, or her husband constantly pays the bill, her husband constantly lifts her up. And then you go to another woman and it's like, oh, well, her man only has enough to take her to dinner every once in a while. And when they go on trips, they got to use a whole year to plan for that trip. And he can't really afford to ball out and do it spontaneously like that. He can't afford to ball out and buy her expensive things every time that she see everybody else has. Right. So it becomes a problem because everybody online shares so much. Now everybody's living up to these standards that you can't. Keep your relationship and that conversation to yourself. Whatever you and your man agree on. So if y'all doing 50-50, you can't bring to him the standard of a female that's telling you that her man does 100% and she doesn't have to do anything.
I think the world is 50-50 in general. Like shit's high. The price of living going up anyway. But
you want to add to some of this? Like, right. Don't add to my fucking struggle. Add to the rest of this.
Do you think some women don't realize that they're not at the financial state that they think they are?
Mm-hmm. Delulu at its finest.
Because a lot of them, they've been in a certain lifestyle so long, getting taken care of by a man, and then they realize they don't even realize they're a bum. A lot of women don't realize they're a bum.
Or women that depend on their man so much, they'll be proud to say like, oh, well, I don't know where the mortgage payment goes. I don't know the mortgage company. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not smart.
I don't know. Like if you're not living in Philly, because I mean we know who PICO is, PGW, right. PWD. Like we know who our utility companies are. But if you live in other places and you're like, oh, I don't know who this company is. I don't know what life insurance we got. Like your man does everything, but you don't know shit. So if that man drop dead after you make that post or had that conversation, what the fuck is you gonna do? You don't know where money goes. You don't know where money goes. You don't even know if you're the beneficiary on any paperwork. Because he could have easily been saying he was happily married to you and left all that shit to your 2-month-old child. Sure. And now how the fuck is you supposed to get? How are you supposed to get some of that or make sure that that's situated?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
what I was at. I went to church. Well, not went to church, but we be having a little adult sessions at church, and we were talking about like what is the role of a woman or why a woman was made, and like a woman came from a man's rib, basically, and a woman's was to be like the mate of a man, basically like support, essentially like support through life, and not just a person that's just taking space. Like you're that person's mate, and you're supposed to be going through life together, not just one person doing everything and
one person carrying you through life.
Yeah, one person's carrying a person through life. It's not like that. You got some people who, even if it's not biblical, the far as your belief is still, you have some people who just like, nah, I just want this, and this. It's like, what we were having a I'm sorry, this sounds like we're going off topic.
No, you good.
Like it's like every generation was fighting for something, and then now we're at a point where like this generation is fighting for social media's presence, or they're not even fighting for anything of real substance or anything like that. Like we had our ancestors fighting for civil rights, and our parents fighting for the rights to vote and just non-segregated schools. Now it's like
fighting for clout.
They just fighting for everything that's social media based. Like I was just watching the Tyler Perry movie last night, and it was a segment with Tyler Perry's dad. His name is Joe, where he was talking to his grandson about how, like, all the stuff that black people went through, because his grandson doesn't know about.
His grandson, I watched the beginning of the day where he was like, he basically felt like HBCUs were unnecessary. He was saying HBCUs were unnecessary, that, you know, today's different, we're all equal, and he feels like slavery is not, like, people should just basically like get over it. Because in that sentiment, he was in a predominantly white neighborhood, going to a predominantly white school.
So
and everything his dad was trying to protect him from, he also was stripping away from him. So you wasn't giving him his history. So in that moment with him and Joe, I did see the clip with him and Joe in the car, and they were talking. He was just saying, like, everything we fought for is the reason why you have choices to do what you want to do today. And what y'all do today is y'all not fighting for a damn thing.
No, y'all just sit there, complain, cry. He said, you gotta keep on fighting. You gotta keep on fighting, man. A woman's loyalty is tested when a man is broke. A man's loyalty is tested when he is rich.
Man's loyalty is just tested. Tested over a big titty's ass.
Whose loyalty is tested more? A man, just in general, or a woman's loyalty when she's dealing with a broke man?
A man.
We have so much standards when it comes to certain things, or what a man should be doing, versus like women have this the hell were we talking about, bro? We like it's funny. I was just having this conversation when I was at church. What is it? I think it's like feminism. Like a man, like it got to a point where women fought for like identity and like
I get what you're saying.
You feel me? Women had to fight for so much to the point it's kind of like, how can I put it?
I had to fight for basic rights. I couldn't own you couldn't own a car without a man. You couldn't get a house without a man. You couldn't get a bank account without a man. You couldn't get a credit card without a man. Like you couldn't get a job without a man. You couldn't walk the streets without a man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A loyal woman. I don't feel like a loyal woman is as hard as people make it to find. I feel like a loyal man is harder to find because a man is constantly tested. And a lot of times fails.
You don't think that?
As soon as we fuck up, a woman is gone.
We literally seen, but we've literally had
not all.
We literally have more stories of women staying with men who are unloyal than a man staying with a woman who's unloyal, or a man worrying about his woman leaving because he doesn't have a job. Where there is history, there is stories, there are journals, there are prints of women going out to get jobs or going out to do more to make sure that their husband was okay, to make sure that their household still ran.
Do you think some women let emotions get them to that point? Meaning they're so emotional, and then another man might come along. He could just be a friend, but he's fulfilling those emotional needs at the moment, and then that might turn into something else.
Well, that depends on her. That depends on her strength and what's lacking, particularly in her relationship. If her husband is not emotionally available, or whatever the case may be, but she feel like there's growth to that, then that man dealing with her emotions right then and there won't sway her to leave her husband.
Okay.
But if he's emotionally unavailable and she knows there's no change in that, and it starts to dwindle into different departments in their relationship, then she might be a little swayed by somebody coming in and showing her what life could be like.
Right.
It all depends on her loyalty strength. Maybe she just want to leave them both the fuck alone.
It says our biggest downfall as men is making it in life. We like to eat with women we never starve with.
Kanye say when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. I'm just saying. Like there is literal examples throughout moments and times of men making it, and then the woman that was with them when they made it, as soon as they get a little bit of fame, a little bit of money, a little bit of status, a little bit of power, they see something else that looks better with that status and power. Like you look good when I was climbing a ladder, but once I got to where I wanted to be at, where I was comfortable at, you don't look good right there.
I don't think it's a look thing. I think it's
I ain't saying personally look. I'm saying just period. You don't match what I want, what I have right now. You match what I was building, but you don't match what I built.
No arguments there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I give you that.
You don't have to particularly be a white girl. I'm just saying, people. That was just the lyrics of the song.
I just think men want women who don't ask.
Ask for what?
I think the black community is we fell from wanting materialistic things.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I believe as men we want to give without having to be asked. But if you're asking or then like overly asking, it's kind of like it makes me not want to do it almost.
Well,
honestly.
how the fuck is you supposed to know I want it if y'all can't ask you?
I mean, okay.
Word it differently.
Okay.
Because now it sounds, that's what going to an argument where a guy says, I'm not a fucking mind
somebody
reader.
begging for something versus like it just being naturally coming as a gift.
Well, yeah, but that's also paying attention to your partner. And a lot of men fail there.
Yeah, a lot of, yeah.
If you can get it, I mean, I would just say like, you can do a really good like sample of 10 guys in relationships, and you'll range it from guys who are in like 6 months relationships to guys that might have been married for a few years. And you ask each guy, what's her favorite snack? and you already know the snack, they're the choice because the girl done told you, ask her what her favorite snack is. Do you think all 10 of them guys know their favorite snack?
Probably not.
It's crazy you said that. I just got another show topic off of what you just said. Addictions that are killing the black community, and we don't realize it. I feel like that's it.
Do we not realize it, or do we not want to talk about it?
I don't think we want to talk about it. I'm not gonna go in full of the details, but when you said materialistic things,
Child, that's
I thought about gambling, and then I thought about just think of if somebody ever gets a chance, all of the gamblers out there, if you ever get a chance, and I know you're not going to want to look at it, specifically the black gamblers, go to that net loss.
Nope, I don't want that negativity in my life.
Go to that, but
I know it's there. I already know what the fuck it is.
Go to that net loss and see how much money you've lost, and think to yourself how much that money you lost. Because some people might not even realize it, and then you look on there, it's $18,000, $20,000. Gambling became legal in 2018, I think it PA 2019. So go from the time from there to now, and just see how much money that's a net negative loss that you've lost. And if anything's over 15, 20, 25, 30,000, just think to yourself how much that 30,000 that you spent and lost on gambling could have changed your life.
Yeah.
Subconsciously.
Yeah, nope, no one will look at it.
But that's the problem. That's part of the issue. Like if you took that net loss and you put it in a stock that you
nope,
you could have put it in whatever.
Nope,
you could have put it in whatever.
Nope, we're not gonna go there.
I
hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
But it's true. It's true.
No,
it's true.
What I don't like is in the black community right now. There are multiple things. Like gambling is definitely one of them. Spending money on materialistic things, like trying to keep up with the Joneses when, in all actuality, mind your business. Because a lot of people are scamming. They don't have it like that, and it's just for show. But what we will not do is sit here and tell people, oh, well, you just spent all that money on such and such and such and such. You can go put that into a stock, or you could have went and put that into a savings account. You could have went and got you a high yield savings account and could have watched that interest boost. You could have went and put that into a savings so that you can invest in a property, so you can start a business, so you can buy a house. I need everybody to pause, because those are not everybody's aspirations. So people will say, oh, it's great to, invest your money and you'll see it build. It's great to put your money here because you wanted to see this and you wanted to see that. That mindset is not everybody's mindset. Some people just want to save enough money to make sure if anything happens to where they lose their job or somebody gets sick, that they have enough to cover their rent bills, and if they have a house, their mortgage, their car payment.
That's fine.
Nobody, if I'm enjoying something, I really don't want you to tell me that I should be investing that money in a stock. If that's not in my head, where I want to go with it.
I do one better. Say it's not a stock. You think you can spend $10 a day?
Can I spend $10 a day?
You think you can save $10 a day?
Save $10 a day? Oh yeah.
And you think you can save $10 a day?
No.
You don't think you can save $10 every day?
No. I'm like, it's like I'm spending the money because that last week when I just really sat there and really was going over my finances, I was like, damn, bro. I'm like, when you break down what you make a day, what you spend a day, the shit is almost evening out. It's almost you ain't making nothing.
So I say that because sometimes I'm gonna stick on the gambling thing. Just if you don't want to put in stock, that's fine. If somebody can spend $10 a day gambling, that means you can save $10 a day. If you save $10 a day, that's $3,600 in a year. So you can't. So say you delete your app, just cold turkey, and you take the $10 you're gonna spend on betting anyway. Instead of losing it, you could just be saving it. You could just be paying yourself the $10.
Yeah.
Instead of paying whatever. What's the name?
But this conversation goes particularly to people who are, I would say, spending it on frivolous. Like if you spending it on gambling, that's a vice. Like definitely something that you can slowly but surely give up.
Can we agree that's the biggest?
If you want to quit cold turkey, go ahead. I don't think it's the biggest one. No, I think the biggest one is materialistic things.
I don't know.
I believe that a lot of people in our community, when their trend comes out and everybody kind of has the same thing going on, it's just like everybody has to get it. Like Lululemon came out. Lululemon is athletic wear. Like it's literally tights and shit. But excuse me. But now it's a whole set. You wearing that to the club.
Women are making parlays now.
Well, yeah, and they really good at it. They really good at it. I'm just saying, like, there are women that they have businesses built off that. And I'm saying, if you taking it from it, just you simply put it in a parlay every, couple days or once a week or whatever case may be to help other people make bets and win, then that's just the business out there. Like it's a woman right now who I follow. She made she makes money off of this, off of people buying memberships and subscriptions to get parlays from her either all week or for a whole month.
That's a scam.
You're right.
That's a scam.
You're right.
People are paying you to get picks.
What people are looking for, or whatever the case, what people are looking for in this time is just like a quick fix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for a quick fix because either my job is not cutting it, and I just need like that one parlay to turn me into a quick thousandaire real fast.
If 20 people give me $20 a month, that's $400. That's $400.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
20 people give you what?
$20 a month. That's $40 for a membership.
$400.
That's $400. That's $400 a month. You knew what I meant. But
yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Just think about it, and they got hundreds of people, so they're funding their addiction through you.
Yeah,
they're using you
because you're spending money on a subscription either daily or every week,
right,
or every month.
You get 100 people.
And you still have to put money into the app to put the parlay in.
Yeah, so you're paying somebody to give you picks, and they're giving you multiple picks. Don't get me wrong, but you're paying a $20 a month subscription for 12 months. Just think about that. You're one person. Times that by, if they get minimum 20, 30, 40, 50 people. Some of these people have hundreds of people. They're getting thousands of dollars. They only show you the parlays that win. They don't show you all the ones that they put in and they lose.
Well, no. They
don't show you the ugly side of things.
Just don't see,
but they don't care. They don't care because they can put $100, $200, $300 down on a bet and make 10 grand because they know they're getting it back from memberships. Then they probably make it hard for you to cancel the membership.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. But that goes in the same with people that try to sell you a dream with them finance books or them business books or them ebooks or whatever case, shit that you can either put in the chat GBT or Google your fucking self or just take one of them free, like I know Temple was doing it, like free business classes, I think it was, or stuff like that. Like,
don't get me wrong,
YouTube.
I get it. I get it. It's everybody has to hustle. That's fine. I don't get that. Them selling the course is them giving you your time and everything. So I get it. You still have to put we could tell people anything, but you still have to put the time in.
Yeah.
Like we could tell you how to start a podcast. You still got to come up with the topics. You still got to come up with everything.
When it comes to that conversation of like what you can spend your money on instead of spending it on this, it definitely goes to those addictions, materialistic things, gambling, going to a bar or a club every weekend, constantly at the liquor store, or you constantly like drinking, or you just spending it on dumb shit. Like those things are just like definitely you can make better choices to get rid of those vices. But if you just out here struggling or whatever the case, I'm not about to sit here and tell you where to put your money at if that's not going to work for you.
Yeah, like I said, man, to each his own. Like I said, just like the lottery, our grandparents been playing the lottery for years.
I can't play it. One thing I will not do is go to a casino or play the lottery.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The lottery.
I cannot. I go to a casino and lose $2. I have an entire attitude. I don't give a fuck if I still got $200 in my pocket. I got an attitude.
The crazy part is the lottery is like one of the biggest scams because like how you win all this money. Say I'm getting $1 billion, but then you take 40% of it.
Yeah, you only walking away with $475.
Right?
Million.
How is it $1 billion pot and I'm coming? But hey. That's neither here nor there. Like I said,
but if I only got $10 in my account and all of a sudden I got $475 million.
Yeah. All I'm saying is make sure you pay before you pay anybody else. Make sure you pay yourself every check, whatever it is. Be $10, $20. Just pay. Make sure you pay yourself first before you do anything.
Well, pay yourself for your bills.
No, pay yourself.
How would you pay yourself first?
Pay yourself. Take money out, put to the side for yourself.
What if you ain't got enough?
It don't have to be a lot.
No, seriously. What if you don't have enough?
Can't take $10 out?
You can't take $10 out.
A check? You got bigger problems if you can't take $10 from your check.
Do you know what the economy is like today?
$10.
Do you know what a job is like today?
It's $10.
I'm just saying. I'm literally just
Netflix
saying.
costs $10.
And everybody doesn't have Netflix. Some people still using their mama Netflix. I'm just saying.
Take $10 of them food stamps.
You had to. Wait, if I'm using it on food, I can't do that. I'm just saying we can't Did someone just show off?
Yeah, the heat finally.
I got quiet romance.
I get it.
If you can't generalize it. That's what the problem is, because you can't save your way out of poverty. You can't do that. If you don't if I'm living paycheck to paycheck and the job that I have, maybe I've been trying to get a better job and it's not helping, but I just had to go get a job and that job doesn't pay what I needed to pay, but it gets me by. I may not be able to put that $10 to the side every check, because that $10 may be all I have to carry me to my next check.
It's true. I mean,
so it's always scenario and case by case based. If you have it to put that savings to the side when you know you really don't need to spend that money on anything, yes, pay yourself first. Put something away for a rainy day or whatever the case may be, or what you want to put it away for.
Right.
But if you are in a position where that money is really thin line string, don't try to force yourself to save something and knowing you actually need it.
All right. Make sure I read a book. It's called You Deserve to Be Rich. And I think you deserve to be rich. And I feel like what you're saying is true, but like when you read that book and you realize a lot of stuff, like nothing changes if nothing changes. So you got to change your mindset before you change anything. Yeah, you might be in a financial situation, but there's ways to change the situation if you want to. If you want to. There's ways to change the situation. I don't care. There's ways to change the situation. But like I said, you gotta be able to make the change if you want to. Next week, spinning the block. Next week's episode, spinning the block. So make sure y'all tune into that. Like we always say, man, common sense ain't always common. So we'll put a little bit more smarts in the world. And on that note, it's the boy Vance.
I'm Ash.
We got angles.
Holla at you.
Bye.